Yo, what's up, everybody? Q and Colb coming from my hotel room at the Senior Bowl. Colb coming from his office. It's been an interesting week. I've just been trying to focus on the draft and prospects. I'll tell you this, Colb. This is like the Senior Bowl and the East West Shrine Game are basically like a conference of football writers and insiders and like football employees of college and pro NFL teams included. This is a hell of a week to be doing this. This is a hell of a week to be. Usually I wouldn't be this connected to the roller coaster ride. But unfortunately, this is the week where I have no avoiding the roller coaster ride.
What roller coaster ride are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Browns head coach search.
Oh. It's been 48 hours on the timeline.
I will say this: I flew to Dallas for East West, thinking we were going to hire Grant. And now we don't have a coach, but I know it's definitely not going to be Grant. Oh, man. What a fucking week.
Bro, it's been a fucking disaster on my timeline for the last.
I'm glad, you know what though? I'm glad that I don't have to partake into that because like I don't have time to be on Twitter while I'm doing all this stuff. I'm watching drills. I'm cutting. I still got to watch film from today and then go over a lot of East West Shrine stuff. So I don't really have time to do that. And I'm like interacting with people in real life, instead of like Twitter, which is awesome. I highly recommend it when you can do it, meeting people in real life. It's cool. But I'm glad I'm not on Twitter for this because I imagine Twitter has not been a sane place. Because I talk about this all the time. You motherfuckers don't know how to handle a head coaching search at all. Okay. Everybody falls in love with names, which is the number one mistake you could do in a head coach search is fall in love with a name. When you fall in love with a name, you get super attached to the name. Now you're starting to dream of things this name's going to do. Shout out Damo, by the way, because he's the number one subscriber to this. Like he watches well, he doesn't watch all my shit, but he does watch my videos and he be like, yeah, you got a point here. He don't listen to this point at all. He fell in love with a name for sure. Right. But a lot of y'all fell in love with the name. You learned 10 things about Grant Udinski and you got convinced he was the next Sean McVay off of 3-minute interview clips that the Jaguars sent you, right? The same thing with Nathan Shieldhouse. Here's what I'll say about the Browns coaching search. I want to focus on the process here. And up until Sunday, when did I leave? Yeah, Sunday, I felt good about the process, or at least as good as I would feel about the process. What has happened the last 2 days concerns me greatly. Now, I made a video about it. It concerns me greatly because it seems like they went along with a plan for 2 weeks and they might be willing, well, not they, someone might be willing to throw all of that work out the window just to do something that I can't quite understand the motive for at this point. And that's what, like, whether you like Shieldhouse or whether you like Schwartz, like, I think there is I think Schwartz, I don't want to undersell him as a candidate. He would make nobody excited, but he would be competent. I don't think this would be a disaster with Schwartz. I don't think we would be good, but I don't expect us to be good this year anyways, no matter who we hire. So, I don't think that Schwartz would be a terrible candidate on the surface. But if the process that brings Schwartz here is dysfunctional, the ensuing result is going to reflect that. And the same can be true for Nathan Schillhouse. The same can be true for Todd Monken. The same can be true for anybody that they hire, right? If you're hiring somebody, even if they're good, but the process is dysfunctional, you're not going to get a great result. The best example of this is 2014. Browns had all those coaches on staff, but the process that brought in Mike Pettin and all those coaches, Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel, Anthony Weaver, guys who were head coaches, a lot of guys on that staff. The process that brought them in was dysfunctional. Right, that was the year that we want to talk about crazy Jimmy Haslam coaching decisions. Remember, he came in and he wanted Chip Kelly, and he almost thought he had Chip Kelly, and then Chip Kelly pieced out at the last minute, took the Philly job, and then he scrambled, had to hire Robert Jasinski, fired him in a year. Then he fired Robert Jasinski, thinking I can do way better than Robert Jasinski. I just hired this guy because I was in a pinch. Ends up finding out that he can't hire anybody better than Robert Jasinski. Ends up hiring Mike Pettin. Because that was the year they tried to go after Gruden, right? So shout out to one thing, I guess, with Jimmy Haslam. At least he's not doing this over a giant name. I guess it's not the same exact thing, but you can bring in great talent in a dysfunctional situation. It's not going to be enough. Not without a quarterback who's undeniable. And obviously, even though we have a Pro Bowler on the roster, and we'll talk about that, we don't have an undeniable situation at the quarterback position. So that's my thing with reacting to head coach stuff, because you're going to hear a ton of shit. No matter what team you are, what job is open, you're going to hear a ton of shit. Some of it's true, some of it's exaggerated, some of it's kind of true, some of it's not, right? It's really about the process that brings that person in. Is there a purpose for this guy? Is there a plan? Is there a level of buy-in across the board about this guy? It doesn't have to be 100% everywhere, but it has to be enough to where you can withstand bumps in the road. I feel much less confident about that than I did 2 days ago. And that's what concerns me. And that doesn't go away if they hire the guy I like, right? Like, those are the questions I'm going to have until I see no need to question them anymore. That's my concern with this, right? Because even if we're not even taking account what we've heard, the rumors we've heard behind the scenes, and whether that's true or not, the case is that, we all expected this hire to happen Sunday or Monday. It is now Tuesday night. You don't need to have an inside source to know that something's not right right now. What specifics aren't right? We all have our opinions, and we also have what we're here on that. But we all kind of have a general feeling here that the original plan wasn't to be this into the week after all of your interviews and not announce anything, or having it change every week. Last thing before, so I could get off the soapbox here. Can we stop reporting who's has momentum in this goddamn head coach search? I saw Mary Kay put out a post. Jim Schwartz has picked up his momentum over the last couple of hours. What the fuck does that mean, Cole? Honest to God, when somebody says they got momentum, is it a race? Are they hacky sack racing for this job? And Jim Schwartz picked it up in the third leg. You either get hired or you don't. There's no such thing as momentum in this situation. That's just Mary Kay saying, I think he's going to get hired, but I'm not sure enough to say it. Right. Like that's what gaining momentum means, I guess. But yeah, that's my concerns about what I'm hearing. And I don't know how that's going to be alleviated in the short term. In the long term, obviously, if you win, it gets alleviated. But in the short term, I don't know how that gets alleviated. And I have to imagine it's not the best look to potential candidates if this is in fact what's going on.
So I hear you. And I'm glad you were trying to be as rational about this as you possibly can. But that's not why I'm here. So I just want to get this out really quick. Jimmy Haslam is just a goddamn disaster, man. Like he is just, I don't understand how someone can continue to make the same mistake over and over and over again, despite so much evidence that every time you throw a process to the wayside to just do whatever the fuck you want to do, it ends in a goddamn disaster for everybody involved. I do not understand. You literally did
without
this.
fail. Like usually when this happens with somebody, like I used to call it the Urban Meyer thing, right? Because like Urban Meyer would do shit that drives you crazy at the end of his run as a coach, but it would be stuff that he won national championships with and he just could not get off of. Jimmy Haslam does this and he has absolutely no success to speak of.
Bro,
to get this confidence.
Somebody in my mentions on Twitter was like, I was like, whoa, Jimmy's right this time. I was like, he has quite literally never been right anytime he's done this. Every single time he's done this, he has been dead wrong.
Yeah, anything like it's to the point to where it's fair if Jimmy does this for people to be like, hey, I'm changing the tune on this. I think it's a bad idea. Because that's how bad his track record is.
Like it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. What the fuck is the point of us having a 7-hour interview with somebody?
It was longer than that.
At least 7 hours. It's a shift, a full fucking shift. Talking.
I think it was 12 to 13. That's my guess from what I've heard, but it was long.
We are working fucking overtime to try to hire a head coach, and we want to hire him.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide, for whatever goddamn reason, you know what, guys? I know I was having these guys write fucking essays and in MLA format so we could try to figure out who's really committed to us. And I know you guys really like this guy, but fuck all of that. I'm going to hire Jim Schwartz because I like Jim. Keep in mind, when they wanted to hire Sean McDermott, you hired Hugh fucking Jackson.
By the way, same process for Sean McDermott.
Yes. When everybody, all the people that you pay millions of dollars to.
When Sean McDermott had a fire essay, right? Like I don't think what people understand, what the Browns are doing with the interview stuff is not new. Right. It got reported like it was new, but even if you hear, I think Albert Breer in that clip or whoever it was, it was Tom Pelissaro, right? He says this is how they've always gone about this, right? So when they hired Catherine, this is the process. When they hired Kevin, this was the process. When they hired Andrew, this was the process. When they hired everybody, right? Like the Freddie Kitchens whole debacle, the paperwork said, hey, Kevin, this is who we should go with. They went Freddie. Well, I don't know if that was a Jimmy decision. That was John Dorsey, who I actually saw today again, by the way.
Okay, so there was a John Dorsey decision that Jimmy co-signed.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Jimmy Haslam was also responsible for Todd Haley.
Like every single time, every single fucking time
Yes.
you get involved in some bullshit that
Joe
happens,
Banner,
bro.
Mike Lombardi.
It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit, bro. At some point, when are you going to stop fucking doing it?
Here's my thing. If the reports are true or the rumors true that Andrew wants to hire Shieldhouse, right? Because that's Jared's put that out there publicly. We can talk about that, right? If that rumor is true, then and Jimmy doesn't want to do that, I'll say this. It makes no sense that you didn't. If you do not trust Andrew Berry with football operations enough to hire a coach, and I know people got their opinion on it, whether they trust Andrew Berry or not. Me personally, I'm fine with it because I know the alternative and I know the track record to the alternative. The alternative is the track record we just spoke of, Jimmy Haslam and Corn Ferry and hiring somebody off an agent, right? Like that's the alternative. I don't like that alternative. If you didn't trust Andrew enough with football ops to hire a coach, why is he still the GM? Because I'm under the impression, and the reason I was fine with keeping him is because I trust Andrew to hire a coach. I trust Andrew to run football ops. But if Andrew can't be a buffer between Jimmy Haslam and football operations, well, it doesn't matter how good how good Andrew Berry is. It's going to be a problem, right? So the real question is like, hey, is there a buffer between football ops anymore and Jimmy Haslam? Because that was the best thing the Browns had going for themselves over the last 5 years.
This is what I will say. This is what I'll say about this. I tweeted this last night. If you just wanted to hire Jim Schwartz, you had so many fucking opportunities to do this before now. You had so many opportunities to do this before now. You have allowed us to go through an entire process. And you know what? I imagine it's so very frustrating to have the NFL media at large ridicule your processes when we have evidence that the processes are not the problem. I imagine that is infuriating.
The evidence for the process is good.
Right? Like I would imagine that's extremely infuriating to know that your processes, by and large, based on what we know, actually work. The only reason people are ridiculing us is because you override the processes and just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Making us look like idiots in the process, even though all the coaches we've wanted to hire are good coaches. All the coaches that you have actually hired have been dog shit. And you still want to do this. Like Jim Schwartz was the head coach of the Detroit Lions. He had Matthew Stafford, who just played in another conference championship game, and he had one of the greatest wide receivers we have ever seen in our life.
No lie. Jim Schwartz is legitimately the Zach Taylor of his time.
You were 29-51 as the head coach. And you did that with a franchise quarterback and a franchise wide receiver. What the fuck do you think he's going to do with Shedeur Sanders and Isaiah Bond?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think is going to happen?
I do wonder, right? Because, again, it's real easy with Jimmy because we know his track record. And especially for me, I don't believe in good ownership. Okay? Not in the NFL. I think every team's owner is fucking awful. The real question is, how far away can they be from football ops? right? Like, there's no such thing as an owner who gives a team who's a plus on a team. They're all negatives. It's just how involved is the negative, right? That's why getting a franchise quarterback is important, because it keeps the buffer good between ownership and the football team and football operations, because you have a floor when you have a quarterback, right? The ownership's not worried about ticket sales going down or whatever the fuck that ownership would be worried about. And even then, in some cases, that's not enough, depending on what kind of circumstances you have to go through. Like the Bengals, for example, Joe Burrow's not enough to buffer, because the Bengals have to operate as a business. And we're watching this, like with all the traditionally owned teams, this is a thing, right? We're seeing it with the Chargers. We're seeing it with the Steelers. The Steelers have really been hit by this. That they're not even trying to win Super Bowls anymore, right? They're hiring Mike McCarthy. So ownership's always going to be a factor, and it's always a negative factor. So for me, it's real easy when any evidence points to Jimmy Haslam to be like, see, I told you he's fucking awful, right? Like, it's easy there. I'm wondering, like, are there other pressures here adding to this that maybe we aren't really thinking about, right? The one thing I do know is that Jim Schwartz is popular amongst some of the most influential people in the locker room, right?
Let's just call it what it is. Miles and Denzel love Jim.
Miles, Denzel, all the defensive veterans, they like Jim, right?
And that's great. You can love Jim.
And
that don't mean he's a good head coach. That doesn't mean he's going to be a good head coach.
I get that. I'm with you on that. I'm just saying they all like him. And I don't know what kind of pressure is felt internally about that and moving on from him from that perspective, right? Like, that's not really public information. Obviously there's only so much pressure that could be put out. Like, they're not going to walk out and strike because Jim Schwartz doesn't return as the DC. But I do wonder, like, hey, does Jimmy feel like this is going to hurt his ability past 2026? Because Miles is going to play here next year, but past 2026 to be able to work something out with Miles, right? Is Jimmy worried about that? Like, what exactly is the concern here that makes Jim Schwartz a hot commodity? Because I think what's more likely is that there is something that is raising a concern for Jimmy that by default is making Jim Schwartz a hotter commodity than he should. It's either that, what we just talked about, maybe he's scared off by the lack of experience, which I can't imagine is like, I have a hard time imagining that be the problem given how many inexperienced coaches Jimmy Haslam has hired throughout the years, but maybe that's building up to it. Right? But Kevin Stefanski was inexperienced when he took the job, and Kevin was fine. Kevin's problem wasn't that he was a dumpster fire. Like, there has to be some outside pressure other than Jimmy just really loves Jim Schwartz. Because if he really did love Jim Schwartz, he would have pulled the move of like, I'm going to extend him and not even let him get to the last year of his deal, which is this year.
Why? Like, if this is something you wanted to do it mid-season. Like.
Well, I'll push back on the idea that he would have ever become the interim head coach, because I don't think he would have. Like, hold on, what do you say?
I'm saying just do it in the middle of the, like, if this is something you really wanted to do, if you really wanted him to be the head coach, just get it over with.
Yeah, I don't think he would have ever become the interim guy. I think he would have had to do the thing where you give him, like, the thing that with that defensive coordinator, where they made him the new head coach. Can you hear me? Because your screen's paused. I don't know if I'm paused right now.
Okay, you were a little blurry for a second, but you good now.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So I don't think Jim would have took an interim job. I'm pretty confident he wouldn't have taken an interim job. I think the only way he would have become the head coach is if you did what Ole Miss did with that defensive coordinator, where they gave him the job in the middle of the season, right? I don't think anybody wanted that to happen. The reason, by the way, for those who don't understand why he wanted to be the interim head coach, nobody wants to be the interim head coach. Okay, nobody wants to be the interim head coach on a team like the Cleveland Browns. Ironically enough, you know who probably would have been interim head coach?
Bubba
would have been your interim head coach, right? Like that is not a position.
Quick tangent. Another thing that just pissed me the fuck off reading when I was reading Jared's thing that I reposted. Sorry about that, by the way, Jared, because it kind of blew up, and I apologize. But everything that he wrote about Jimmy wanting to keep Bubba just pissed me the fuck off. Because why?
I don't think there's much there.
What? Why?
I think I would say I just don't think that I think they're okay with letting go of Bubba Ventrone.
Because Jimmy Haslam is the same one after the season ended.
I think
he felt like we should have won more games this year.
Yeah.
Bubba Ventrone cost you at least 2.
There are things with the Cleveland Browns are like trying to find smoke in the middle of the foggy night, right? There are things that people can say that are going to pick up some steam because it's the Cleveland Browns, but it's not like really what it is. I think the Bubba Ventrone thing is one of those things. Like there is a line to understand why Jim Schwartz might be legitimate. The Bubba Ventrone thing is just like completely irrational. I don't think that's the case. I just don't think that's the case there. So yeah, I don't think the Bubba thing is true, or at least I don't think like they're hanging on to it. And even how Jarrett reported it, I think he was very skeptical of that idea too, just because there's nothing that would support it other than Jimmy's a madman, right? And as stupid as Jimmy Haslam could prove to be sometimes, right? And hopefully I can get credentialed into camp again this year. But as dumb as Jimmy Haslam can prove to be at times, he's not. The stupid decisions that he makes, there is a line of logic where you're like, oh, he panicked based on this force or that force, right? You can figure out why he made the bad decision, not to justify it, but you at least can read the work. The Bubba Ventrone thing has no work behind it. I'm like, there's nothing that suggests, other than like people thought he should be fired, but he didn't. But I think that was more or less, that's a Kevin thing more than a Jimmy thing, but we'll see.
I just nothing about this makes sense. And that's what frustrates me the most. Like nothing about like how we're
the Jim Schwartz thing does make sense. It's just, it's stupid, right? Like that's the thing. It does make sense, I will say. That's not the issue. The issue is that it's stupid. You know, like I get why Jim Schwartz had to be taken seriously as a candidate. You gotta appease some of the people and you gotta take that seriously. And I get why Jim Schwartz would have been a fallback, right? If you weren't blown away by Nate and you weren't blown away by Grant, okay, go hire Jim Schwartz, try to make it whatever it can be for 2 years, and let's jump into the market again later. You know, like that makes sense. So Jim Schwartz being involved right now, that makes sense. How they're applying it, where it's like, hey, we actually like somebody, but we don't want to hire them because we might lose Jim Schwartz. That is the stupid part. You feel me?
Like this, like who cares? First and foremost, Jim is under contract. Unless he's going to get a head coaching job, you can block him. You can say no. If he tries to take a lateral move somewhere else, you can literally just say no. Like, what are you afraid of, dog?
Well, you would have to fire him, and I wonder if he's worried about the optics of that.
But this is the thing, dog. This is another thing that pisses me off.
And to be fair, the Falcons did the same exact thing.
Yes, they did. They did
Yeah.
the same exact thing. And
This is not unheard of. What the Browns came into it, where I thought it was, hey, Jim Schwartz is here. Please consider him. That's 100% fair. Even to strongly say, hey, you should consider him. That's been done before, offensive and defensive side of the ball. That's not crazy. The crazy thing is like the Falcons liked Kevin Stefanski enough. Well, I will wonder if they just kept Kevin because Kevin would play ball, right? And they went after Kevin because of that. But if you like a prospect and he doesn't like that defensive coordinator and you got to move on, then move on. Especially if it's Jim Schwartz. And not to be disrespectful to Jim Schwartz, obviously I think he's done a great job developing players, but most of the development is done. And two, it's like it's not that hard of a scheme to replicate.
Bro, like why are we acting like we don't have Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward and Carson Schlesinger and Grant Delpit and Mason Graham and all these other good players on defense? Like come on, dog.
Yeah, this feels, the more I think about it, the more I have to feel like there's some politics. Well, not like politics, but there are some politics in play here. There's definitely like that. That's the only way that this kind of a situation arises.
It's stupid, bro. It's stupid. It's so dumb that we even go. It's so dumb that we even go through this.
And I would like to point out, man, for everybody who wanted to make fun of the Browns' processes, I'm like, or Andrew Berry's processes specifically, Catherine Racine was an excellent hire. These processes has borne out some pretty decent hires. Now, I didn't hear about the Browns doing all this shit with offensive coordinator hires the year prior when they hired Ken Dorsey. like
what?
I just Jimmy hired Andrew Berry in an effort to streamline football operations so he doesn't have to be involved. So he should understand that, he doesn't have to take a front seat in this. And this is the problem with ownership, right? And this goes for all 32 teams. And this is why I will argue with anybody who's like, who sees any kind of virtue in ownership. Shout out to Ryan Burns, because I argue with him about this all the fucking time, right? But he's a good account. He's a good follow. But my point with ownership is this: they don't own the team because they know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, you don't make enough money knowing ball to own a football team. Like, who knows the most ball to you, Colb?
Let's just, for argument's sake, let's just say Mina Kimes.
Mina Kimes can't even buy a UFL team, dog. Like, there was a time where football teams were so cheap that you could be the coach and own the team. Paul Brown. Like, that used to be a thing. That's not a thing anymore. Everybody who owns it is because they bought stock in ExxonMobil in the 1980s with $1 million of their dad's money, and then it 10x'd over time, and they became super, super rich. You get the money to own a football team by doing anything else other than football. But when you own a football team, you all of a sudden have the most power in that dynamic. That is always going to produce bad results. Like, and the only solution is to understand that you are always the least qualified person. Like, if you have an owner who understands that no matter what room they're in that office, they know the least about what the fuck people are talking about. If they can accept that and operate like that, then they have a shot. It'd be like, Cope, me and you open a restaurant, right? Let's say Q and Colb wanted to open a restaurant. Now, I don't know about you. I didn't go to school for culinary design. Did you? I'm not a chef. You're a chef?
No.
Okay. It would be like if we opened a restaurant. We hired an executive chef to figure out what the menu is going to be and everything else. And then we sitting out here looking at the grocery list, telling the chef what kind of cheese to buy for his risotto or her risotto. That chef would look at us like, what the fuck do you know about food? And you know what? Our restaurant would probably fucking suck. We understand this. This is the thing that's crazy about football ownership in particular and sports ownership in particular. Every other business venture that these fucking people have, when Jimmy Haslam buys a gas station company, right? Like Pilot, Jimmy ain't out there trying to tell them how to pump the fucking oil. Jimmy hires somebody to do all of that. All Jimmy do is count money at the end of the day. Count money, talk about accountability and culture, and then get the fuck out of there. That's how he treats his other business ventures. But when it comes to sports, these billionaires think to themselves, I know enough about ball to run this operation when they wouldn't meddle if they opened a fucking restaurant. But they're going to meddle in football as if this is not something that people dedicate their entire lives
to. No, Fat Boy.
That's the thing about ownership. Huh?
He just said, Fat Boy Season just said, everybody want to be Jerry Jones, but even Jerry Jones ain't good at being Jerry Jones.
And here's the crazy part, Fat Boy Season. Here's the crazy part. Jerry Jones is the most qualified owner in the NFL by a significant margin. There is no owner who is more qualified to make football decisions than Jerry Jones. He is the he is the one guy who can kind of know ball. And he has no business making the fucking decisions he gets to make. Okay? Like that's what I'm saying. That's the most qualified dude. Everybody else got the team because they daddy owned the team. Or because they got super rich selling like crypto or fucking stocks. Like that's the Jerry Jones. We can ridicule Jerry Jones all we want. He's the only guy who has any reason to think he knows what the fuck he's talking about. And he fucks up all the time because he don't really know what the fuck he's talking about. That's the problem with ownership. Whenever you hear me say that all 32 teams are dealing with this, this is what I mean. You heard Pagula?
Yeah.
Sound like a dumbass. Steve Bisciotti, he runs the Ravens. Everybody loves to slobber the Ravens. Such a good organization. He was out there sounding like a dumbass at his press conference.
Bro, like, look at what the Bills did. Look at what the Bills did. Stay with me. Walk with me. So we're going to fire Sean McDermott, right? Then we're going to do a press conference, right? Me and the GM, we're going to do a press conference. I'm going to throw Keon Coleman under the fucking bus. Not only am I going to throw him under the bus, I'm going to run over him, and then I'm going to put the bus in reverse, and I'm going to go right back over him. And then I'm going to say, yeah, my GM ain't want to do that for real. You know what I'm saying? What happened was the coaching staff really wanted this dude, you know, because they really wanted this dude. We was like, all right, I guess, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to be a good homie. He was like, all right, Sean want him. We'll do it. But we ain't really want him all like that, right? Then, you know what we're going to do? We're going to promote the offensive coordinator from that same coaching staff and make him the head coach. After I just threw the coaching staff under the bus. That's what we're dealing with. And I say, like, that's fucking ridiculous. But on top of that being ridiculous, I would much, much, much rather have that be my owner than Jimmy fucking Haslam.
I don't know. I feel like if Josh Allen weren't there, they'd be in the same tier.
But they got Josh Allen. Also, when you see John Dorsey again,
but you notice ain't nobody really jumped to that job. They had to hire Joe Brady. They had to give the dude.
Oh, you was going in and out.
What you say?
Do me a favor. When you see John Dorsey again at the Senior Bowl, tell him thanks for fucking nothing for taking the fourth best quarterback, number 1 overall in the draft when he was in charge of Cleveland Browns. Tell him I said thanks. Appreciate it.
I'll tell him you said that. I'll tell him you said that.
Shoot him a bird too when you tell him.
That's the thing, right? Like, I just think the problem is unavoidable, right? Like, because for whatever reason, owners think that they know ball, and they don't, man. They don't. Jimmy Haslam probably, like, if we found out what Jimmy Haslam's burner follows on Twitter, the accounts that he follows on Twitter, we'd be horrified. Okay.
You know he got a burner too. You know he got a burner.
I know he got a burner. I know he be. Hey, look. If Jimmy Haslam is the man I think he is, he likes a lot of Buffalo Man tweets. And Nick Carnes tweets. You think he followed Nick Carnes? No, let me leave Nick Carnes alone. Y'all giving him hell, man.
Like, he giving himself hell. No, fuck that, man. Fuck that. No, he giving himself hell. Nick, stop tweeting. Stop tweeting. Hey, listen, if you watching this, mass report his account, bro.
Stop.
I've had enough. Dog. I've had enough.
There are 300 people in here. Like,
I've been trying to be nice about this shit with Nick, man. He keep doing the same shit, bro.
You made it a thing, so he's more encouraged to do it.
He don't care about this team like we care about this team, bro. He don't give a fuck about this for real.
Y'all gave him a gimmick. He gonna try to get over, Cole.
He need a new fucking gimmick, bro. This shit means something to me.
Y'all gotta stop reacting to this gimmick, then.
No, bro. Mass report his account. Fuck what you talking about. Mass report that shit, bro. I'm done.
You mass report his account. He gonna make another one and keep doing it. You gave him an identity on the internet, and now he's
he gonna have to build that bitch back up. That's what we doing. I'm sick of it. I'm tired, bro. He be laughing. Oh, God, this is funny. This shit ain't funny, bro. This shit not funny to me.
It's not his fault, man. It's not.
You got people in the chat saying we need to deport him. Can we deport him somewhere?
Stop.
Get Trump on the phone, bro.
Hey, man. All right.
I'm sick. I'm done. I'm done, bro.
All right.
Hey, you want to know how you can get my vote? You want to know how you can get my vote?
Enough. You putting all your anger into this situation at Nick Carnes is crazy, because you giving him the anger about the quarterback situation. You giving him anger about Shador right now. You giving him anger about you are putting all of this on Nick Carnes in one way or the other.
I'm telling you right now, if you want to, Mr. President, if you want to earn
my vote. We are not. You are not. No, we ain't doing
You just got to do one thing for me, man. You got to do one thing for me. That's it. Shout out Nick, though, man.
Hey, Rail, man, you want to take a co-host job? I'm not saying one's going to be available. I'm not saying what's going to be available, but I just want to inquire about your availability.
Bold of you to assume that Rail don't feel the exact same way that I do.
I don't mind you feeling that way. Try not to vocalize it all the time. Goodness gracious.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Somebody said, Curtis, help.
This is what happened with Curtis. Don't come to the show. This is what happened.
Oh, man.
All
Oh
right.
man.
Let's talk about something else.
So since you was at the Senior Bowl and having a good time over there, any players we need to be hoping that AB drafts as long as he don't quit?
Man, if AB quits, it's gonna be so bad.
Could you imagine we wake up tomorrow, we just get the notification that Andrew Berry has resigned as president of football operations?
I'm like, oh, this is gonna be an off season where we're like, man, if we would have just handled this properly, we would be better.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, man, we're gonna have to find a new team to cover.
We're just gonna have to pivot to like reacting to TikToks and arguing about fucking. We're gonna pivot to, all right, man, dinner with Jay-Z at $1,000. Fuck it, man, dinner with Jay-Z. Like,
if we get the notification, do we just change this to a gaming channel official?
bro.
Q and Colb play Baldur's Gate 3.
We don't even play the same games, man. Like, yeah.
Ray Rack said 24/7 anime arguments. Oh man. Please don't quit, AB. Please don't quit, bro.
Hey, bro, we need good people in times of chaos and positions of power. Because, oh man, you know, it'd be funny too. There could be so many people who would cheer at that moment, and I'd be like, "You guys are cheering your own death." like, I don't think you guys understand what's happening here. Like, this is bad.
Half the fan base does not understand like when things are bad. I swear to God.
No,
like they don't. They do not understand when bad things are happening.
No, I've still got people out here telling me, justifying, like, oh yeah, the Browns should have won those last 2 games.
No,
bro, you know how even Kyron was like, yeah, okay, and he don't really like Mendoza that much. Like, well, he don't like the offense Mendoza's in. I talked to him today. Big shout out to Kai. He just don't like the offense. He don't like the offense that he's in. But
shout out PYP, by the way. Shout out PYP. Yeah. But shout out to Kai. But yeah, man, like if we would have lost them last 2 games, do you know how much better we'd feel?
We'd be in a pretty simple situation.
We'd be in a pretty nice situation, bro. I'm not saying we was going to win the Super Bowl or nothing, but we feel good about it. Yeah. We'd be like, like we might be all right.
No, we would feel hopeful. Like we would be like, hey man, especially you hire a new young head coach, you're like, hey, the next 10 years this offseason. Yeah. Hey man, let's just not let one bad thing turn into 2 bad things. You know. But we'll see what the Browns do. I hope that and here's the thing that would hurt. If AB ain't gonna be able to speak sense to him, Colb, it ain't ever happen.
Never gonna happen, bro.
Like, unless he gets distracted, because like he does trust AB, and AB has done a lot of work on that relationship, and he's been as successful as any general manager that he's had. But man,
it's bro. Like, let me tell people where we stand.
If that dude has to quit because of this, like that's insane. Hopefully, we don't even get close to that whole subject, man. But anyway,
let me tell everybody something. If Andrew Berry resigns because Jimmy's not letting him do his job, you're going to have to wait for one of 2 things to happen before this gets better. And one of those things is Jimmy
Okay,
Sales.
all right. I know where you're going.
I didn't even say I didn't say the other one. I didn't say the other one. Did not vocalize it. I didn't vocalize it.
Okay.
Like, one of those things is hopefully Jimmy sells the team. We need Andrew Berry to keep his job. That's what we need. I need him making decisions, and I need him empowered to make those decisions.
People are like, do you trust Andrew Berry's football? I trust it more than the alternative.
1,000%. 1,000,000%.
Anyways, we got anything else to talk about? What's happened with Indiana won the national championship since we last talked.
Yeah, man. Hey, that was a great game.
That was a great game. Phenomenal. Hey, man, by the way, Kalon Black is here at the Senior Bowl. He's impressive.
Oh, running back?
Yes.
Yeah. Physical.
Well, he looks quick too, fast.
You at the Senior Bowl, bro? Have any of the players like stood out? I know it's only been like one day.
It was shells today, so you didn't really get to see too much. I got some guys that are on the list, but I don't want to give standouts yet. I got to watch some tape. I gotta get some numbers. There's a whole lot of work before I get to that. And I want to see how guys improve, because you got a lot of guys on the offensive line out of position for the first time in their career, and I want to know how they respond throughout the week. What's it? Cole Payton. Is that the quarterback from North Dakota State?
Yeah.
He had a really nice underthrown ball to a wide receiver that I was impressed with.
Oh, are you talking about a dude from JCU?
The number 7?
I don't know if he's number 7, but I know he went to John Carroll. I know he's
John Carroll. Yeah, John Carroll. But yeah, he was pretty nice there. There were some offensive linemen I thought had a good day. One kid from Iowa, 68. He was pretty good. He was really good in all his reps. Shout out to JP. JP didn't like him because he was performative. JP was like, yeah, he was like, this guy's in shorts in a rolled up jersey. Off my board.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we getting a real evaluation.
He's really trying to show that he don't care about this code. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we get real evaluations out here.
What was the guy? Garrett DeGorgio from the East West was pretty good. UCLA guy. I think he's a guard prospect.
You were at East West?
Yeah, I was at East West as well.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, are any players from there that you like? Because like East West is over.
Yeah. There was a corner from NC State. Really, really good. Let me pull it up. I think I have my notes here. I sent it in the chat because I think Damo asked about it.
Oh, is that when you were setting us PFF grades and stuff like that? Oh, you breaking up. You breaking up, bro. Hold up.
Let's see here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now? All right.
Yes.
So yeah, Garrett DeGorgio, UCLA guard prospect, liked him a lot. Brian Parker, Duke, guard. Oh, well, actually, let me see. Yeah, guard. He's a guard. They had him play center.
He played tackle. He played tackle in college, though, right?
I play.
Man, you in this hotel Wi-Fi, man. This is where it gets awkward because I don't know if it's you or I don't know if it's me.
It's me. On the iPod thing, whenever I touch my phone.
Damn, I felt like I was wilding too much. The feds done hacked your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Jimmy done got us.
Jimmy's like, y'all have a little too much fun.
boy, let me see that credential list. Yeah, off of it. I'm gonna have to give them a fake name to get it. Brian Parker, Duke. He was a tackle at Duke. He only played right tackle. He's a guard in the NFL. And when he was at guard, he was really good. They had him playing center all week because he has those short arms. He definitely looked like he never played center in his life. He was getting beat up a lot. But he could probably play center too. Just he needs more time to work at it. Micah Morris out of Georgia, guard. Riley Mauman is a legit tackle prospect out of Wisconsin. He's really good pass protector. I think he has some potential as a run blocker. It's not the most athletic guy in the world, but solid tackle build. And then Caden Barnett, Wyoming, he plays with a good amount of violence there. He's a C-ball, hit-ball offensive lineman, and what I mean by that is don't give him nothing too complicated.
Okay.
Well, you tell him to go hit a motherfucker, he can do that. He will do that. He like to hit people. Don't ask him to do nothing complicated, like, you know. Hold on. I'm still.
Yeah, I can hear your phone ringing and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I'm on my laptop. Caden Barnett, talked about him. Malachi Lawrence, defensive lineman, he was pretty solid. Landon Robinson out of Navy. If Jim Schwartz keeps his job, he will be a Cleveland Brown. Undersized guy, violent, can get downhill, can rush the passer. Don't know what he's going to do in run defense, but we know Jim Schwartz don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Mason Reiger, Wisconsin, good edge rusher. And then we look at corners. Brant Austin out of Cal, I thought he was good. Devin Marshall out of NC State was really good. He was the best player at East West. Wide receivers, Caden Wetjen. Talk to Corey about him because Corey loves this guy. He's a return prospect.
Yeah.
Kobe Young, Georgia wide receiver, good size there. And then another Corey favorite, Xavion Thomas.
Oh, from LSU.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's that wide receiver from LSU, right?
Yeah. There was a safety there that I thought was decent. There are more players. That's just who I noticed. But yeah, it was good. It was a good week. See some guys. This week will be a little bit more interesting. I wish Genesis Smith was playing.
Man, he's not. Yeah, Genesis Smith that's my guy. That is my guy. Man,
yeah. Rangy guy. He could be a free safety. And the Browns need a free safety. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's kind of who I saw there. Let's see what else. Did we have anything? Oh, yeah. Did we want to talk about the playoffs?
Yeah, we can talk about the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about my QB1 making a bowl. We can definitely talk about that.
Hey man, all-time terrible Super Bowl run.
Hey, even though it hurts my agenda, I can't admit Drake has not played well in this postseason.
This is Peyton Manning levels of being carried to a Super Bowl. Like, it's bad, dog.
He's been bad. He's been bad.
I was talking to Corey. We were watching the game at the hotel or at the media hotel at East West while we were all doing like media stuff. And I was like, Corey, man, you know, Drake May loses this game. It's going to be something he's going to have to explain for the rest of his life, right? Like, he almost took an L that you would have to explain forever. Like, straight up. You would have, and honest to God, like, I don't know how Sam Darnold's going to age over the next few years. Obviously, he's not going to be seen as the same kind of Sam Darnold that we remember. But even still, man, like, I'm going to have a hard time believing you like that if you lose to Sam Darnold in a game that matters. And that's no disrespect to Sam.
Okay, we doing a lot. We doing
We
a
not
lot.
doing a lot. We not.
We doing
Nah.
a
You just say
lot.
that
We doing a
because
lot.
that's your boy. But you know it's true. You know it's true.
So we gonna act like Sam ain't played well this year?
Sam's played excellent this year.
Even in the postseason, he's played well.
But we talking about Drake May like he next up. You know, like he's supposed to be the guy with the mantle. And if you got a loss to like Sam Darnold in a big game, I feel like that's kind of crazy.
Hold on. Tom, the GOAT lost to Nick Foles, dog.
Yeah, but that was after he was no. That was after he was already established as the GOAT. You get a loss when you established. When you up and coming, you can't take no loss like that. Like Tom Brady ain't had no loss like that until he was the GOAT.
No, that make it worse.
He didn't lose to Eli until that MVP year. Like he was already him.
That like you lost to Nick Foles, dog. Sam Darnold is on the number 1 team in the league.
Still Sam Darnold, dog. Like what?
He on the best team in the NFL. What are we talking about?
Drake May's on one of the best teams in the NFL. It's not like it's a mismatch.
No, it is a mismatch, though. It is a mismatch.
Also, I would say this: if he had a better postseason, I wouldn't be saying this. But because he was dookie in every game he played in, it's so Duke that nobody can defend it. By the way,
I ain't trying to defend
it's indefensible. Because he's been dookie. Yeah, if you lose to Sam Darnold and you was playing like ass before that, you gonna have some explaining to do, dog. I'm good.
He don't
pair it up with the early loss.
He don't have to explain losing to that Seahawks team.
Especially they get routed. He don't put up no points. He don't even fight back. I'm like, oh man, like
that's the best team in the NFL by far. Like you can lose to them, it's fine. You can lose to them in the Super Bowl, it's cool. Like,
you can lose to them,
but you can't go out crazy. You can't go out crazy though. You can't go out crazy.
We almost went out crazy last week.
He did. He almost though. Almost.
And it was through no fault of his own that they got. He ran the ball. I give him that. But yeah. Then there's the Seahawks in that game versus the Rams, which was legit crazy.
The real Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Also, can we be honest about one thing? Can we stop trusting kickers? Can that go mainstream?
Yeah, we can't trust kickers. But we got to give a little grace to the kickers that was kicking during the snowstorm. We got to give some grace there. Because
my issue, Colb, I think you misunderstand what I mean by don't trust kickers. It has nothing to do with the kicker. It has everything to do with the coaches deciding to kick. That's the thing. Don't trust kickers is not about disrespecting kickers. No, it's the opposite. It is saying to yourself, why the fuck do you think that is such an easy thing to do? Right? Why do you think just because you line them up there and it's going to be 45 yards that you're going to make it and you betting the game on this? Like, it's not risky. They was out there kicking 50-yard field goals in a goddamn blizzard cold thinking that they're going to take the points.
I didn't get it.
By the way, cowardice on both sides of this game. Because was it Sean Payton went run, field goal? Okay.
See, and this is the crazy thing. You know what I thought was funny about it though? When the game started, the conditions were such that you could do that and feel comfortable and get away with it. Doing it at that point in the game when it's currently a blizzard and we can't even see where the lines are, we can barely figure out where the ball is on the field, and you do that.
It's never, ever acceptable when scoring a touchdown is an option to just go, we'll just kick the field goal. That kind of cowardice can never be rewarded. It can never be rewarded. It is peak. I was about to say a really bad word, but I don't respect it. I don't respect that kind of ball. When a coach goes in there and you could just tell he is like, hey, I just don't want to fuck up the field goal, so I ain't even gonna try a fade. I got pissed when Kirk Cignetti did it. You got the best fade ball thrower in the fucking NCAA, and you out here. We're just gonna take the point. Can you stop? And then almost got him if fucking Carson Beck didn't work for Taco Bell. Okay, like
I gotta push back. I gotta push back on you a little bit right here, because Sean Payton had an opportunity in that first quarter, or was it the first half? One of them, where he had the opportunity. Just take the points with his backup quarterback. He had the opportunity to just take the points. We're gonna get 10 points. We're gonna be good. Went for it, didn't get it, lost by 3.
Hey man. But if you would have scored, if you would have executed and scored the touchdown, would have won by 1.
I'm just saying, bro.
Wait, you talk about lost by 3? What they gonna do? Fucking lose by a tie? Like, wait, a tie does nothing. A tie does nothing.
They can still be playing.
No, they can't.
If it was a blizzard, bro, they can still be playing right now.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. They not. No, they were gonna lose. Okay. They had a backup quarterback. Overtime was not helping them. They made the right decision to try to score a touchdown because that was the only way they was going to sneak out of there with the victory, with Jarrett Stidham playing quarterback, no matter how much Drake May was dedicated to not being much better than Jarrett Stidham. Like that, he had like 81 pass. He had like 40-something passing yards in that game. And I was like, hey, man, the first half is just unacceptable. Like the second half is what it is. But boy, that first half was bad. Like straight up. That was a garbage first half. But yeah, that's the thing about that game is like, hey man, how many times did these coaches just try to score a field goal? And whenever you do that, you get that result. Rip Bozo. I was happy for whoever lost that game. I thought they both deserved it. I wish they could have both lost that game and we could have just gave the Seahawks a championship that night.
I mean, the Seahawks are going to win the championship regardless, but like,
I wouldn't count out the Patriots getting some bullshit.
Nah.
I don't know, man. When's the last bad Sam Darnold game? Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm so you know what, Colb? I think the Patriots are gonna win the Super Bowl now.
Why?
Sam Darnold hasn't had a bad game in a long time. And the worst thing that could happen for a hot team is that week off in between games. I think the Seahawks are cooked.
I think Seahawks win by like 2 touchdowns.
I think if this goes down normally, yeah, but I think we're going to see some peak, like, only the Patriots get this kind of bullshit in their favor in this game. We got to remember, this is still the evil empire, man. The devil magic has not gone away, Cove. New white boy, different, same magic. Okay? Like, it's still there. Dog, Cole, they won a playoff game with their quarterback running for more yards than he threw. I know that's the first time that's ever happened with the white man at quarterback. Okay.
You just went full dome over.
Yeah, I know that.
Just went full dome on him.
I would be hard pressed to see if that's ever happened. Okay. Hey, if you could prove me wrong, I would gladly hear it.
And man, listen, this is why we need Curtis. This is actually why we need Curtis.
Let's read super chats, man.
It's like, hey Curtis, do you know if this is?
Hey, you notice though, Cole, you notice how that's not a big deal. But boy, if that was Lamar Jackson. Oh, you know they be talking about it. Oh, you know. Does it bother you that Lamar Jackson ran for more yards than he threw?
Ooh, the conversations will make me very uncomfortable.
Don't let it be somebody like Jalen Hurts that did some shit like that.
Oh, I'd be very uncomfortable.
You know why?
Very
Because like a lot of people will be agreeing with that discourse, but they not about to do that in public. Like, because we know why y'all saying it. Like, but I get how you made that conclusion.
Oh man. Also, bro, did
you remember when they was like, "Hey man, they need to run them Jaheim Allen plays" back when Josh Allen was like a rookie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ran Drake plays. Okay.
No, it's Fatboy Caesar said somebody said if that was Dracavius May, it would be on the A block.
if that was Drake May Dash Johnson, if that was DMJ, Dan Orlovsky would be out there with the iPad right now, brother.
Someone said Bill Polian type beat. Salute to Bill, Hall of Famer. Hey, I can't even
say Greasy did it against the Raiders
in 1973.
Nah, he went 3 for 6. He didn't start. I need a starter, brother. I need a starter. 4 quarters.
Oh man.
I'm like, that's a huge step.
Hey, bro, I gotta admit to something. I admit to something I did on the timeline. I did on the timeline. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
When Shador made the Pro Bowl, first thing I said that was
God.
First thing I said that was a Bill Polian meme. I was so disgusted.
Honest to God, I wish we could just like laugh at it. That's what I've been doing. I'm like, all right, man. This is unserious as hell.
I was just like, this guy, Pro Bowl.
Like, it kind of stops being fun when people like start to be really serious about it. Like, either way, like obviously the people being really serious about Shador actually being a Pro Bowler, they're ridiculous. Like, not even Josina Anderson is going that far. But the people who are like really, really mad, hey man.
I was just like, I wasn't mad. I wasn't like,
he about to go play kickball. Like, that's all that's about to happen.
Yeah, like I was just like,
hey, does this fuck up his accelerators though? Like for his like tenders and stuff? Would this actually make it harder for the Browns to retain him, or for a team to trade for his rookie deal? Like, do you have a mandatory tender at a certain? We got to ask Jack Duffin this. I'm pretty sure he would have tweeted it out if it were a thing, but I got to go check Jack Duffin's feed. Because like that's the only thing I can see being consequential about this. But other than that, man, I mean,
yeah, it's whatever.
It's not a big deal. Like, they should trade for Mac Jones and then bring in Tyler Huntley and see which Pro Bowler does the best.
Jesus,
one Pro Bowl to rule them all. But honestly, this is just the NFL being just straight up goofy. By the way, he's my favorite to win the accuracy competition.
Shador?
Yeah, where they be throwing through them little hoops and everything else. Mm-hmm. Look, Shador's problem is not his ability to be accurate throwing a football and doing shit like you do at a flag football game. Shador's issues are he don't read defense fast. I got a funny story to tell you after the show.
Real quick before we do the super chats, one last thing we got to talk about. Somehow, some way, Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Hey man, I get it.
How?
I don't really care that he's first or not. He should be first. But here's the thing, man. I'm not about to watch you get inducted to the Hall of Fame, put your jacket on, and then watch you lose to the fucking Wake Forest Demon Deacons. You got to quit coaching if you want that first ballot. You trying to see that, Cole? You trying to watch a Bill Belichick induction speech and then watch him lose to the fucking NC State Wolfpack?
That's crazy, bro. Like, first of all,
Yes, I don't care.
I don't
I'm
care
not
that
trying to
much.
see it. You got to be out of football for 5 years to make the Hall of Fame. I'm good on it.
That's crazy. It sounds like some hate. I ain't gonna lie. It sounds like
I have no hate towards Bill Belichick at all. I'm just saying, like, the Hall of Fame has to protect its aura. And there is nothing more auraless than Bill Belichick. Let him separate from that whole North Carolina thing. If he quit North Carolina, I would deduct him tomorrow, Colb. But as long as he coaching over there, hey, dog, you're going to have to wait 5 before you can take that.
That's crazy. That's nuts, man.
Are you trying to see?
That's why your camera went out, too. That's why your camera went out. All that hate. All that hating you doing. That's why your camera went out.
Nah, they ain't hating. I ain't hating on nothing.
Hating on the best coach in NFL history.
You was about to say a black man.
No, I was not. I was not. I definitely was about to say that. That's crazy.
I know that cadence, Cole. I know you. No, you was about to say that. That's nuts. Let's not focus on the fact that Cole said that, and let's just focus on these super chats.
I didn't even say that, bro. That's crazy.
That was crazy that you said
that. You lied.
That's insane, brother.
A hater and a liar. That's
wow, bro. I know you're lashing out right now, but you know.
Oh, I lashed out early.
Excited to see Pro Bowl Shador Sanders on Sunday. Hey man, I'm gonna prepare you guys for this. He's gonna look good. like he's gonna get some 7-on-7 is what he does. That's going to be the insane. He's going to win a skill competition and he's going to be good. And that is not a reason why he should start for the Browns. Okay. But if we just, by the way, all-time terrible draft pick for dodgeball. Okay. I was talking to somebody about that. They're like, Shador go and catch a dodgeball and start rolling around. And throw it out of bounds.
Jesus Christ. What's the next one, man?
If it's Jim, I can hope they hire a really good staff around him and AB can fill holes on the roster. That's just me being blindly loyal fan. But my blinders are falling off. If this were a process-oriented hire and they hired Jim Schwartz and the staff was good, okay, you just didn't believe in the young guys. I can live with that. This does not feel like that's what the situation is, and that's what concerns me. I no longer think the Carnes curse. It's a Carnes curse. No, y'all not gonna blame this on me not liking anime.
I think it's Q's boomer attitude towards anime.
It's not a boomer attitude towards anime.
It's a boomer attitude towards.
It's anime. Not. It's an Xer attitude towards anime.
It's not an Xer. It's not an Xer attitude at all. Actually.
Hey man, every week you give me no reason to change my mind. That's all I'm saying. Like anime fans, I need you to understand. Every week you send stuff to me that absolutely does not change my mind.
Just watch Death Note, bro. Just watch Death Note. You'll be good. You put it all behind you. Just watch that. You put it all behind you. If
Fernando Mendoza said, "Hey man, I'll hold out so Cleveland can trade me," but Q's got to watch Death Note, I'll watch Death Note. But until that day comes out, or if Myles Garrett is threatening to leave, he's like, "Hey man, if Q don't watch Death Note, I'm out. I'll take one for the team."
I feel like you're making up these crazy scenarios where you just watch the show, bro. Like just watch the show.
Nah, I'm gonna go rewatch Girlfriends for the 8th time.
That's insane.
Hey, I rewatched Moesha recently. That show sucks, brother.
How many times have you watched Moesha?
I've only watched Moesha once.
You've rewatched Girlfriends 8 times?
No, I'm joking about that. I've rewatched it like 2 times.
But you won't watch Death Note once. You also
I grew up on that.
You also won't watch Game of Thrones, which is almost which is
No,
more
I
egregious.
like literally most of my spare time. I'm like, I go through like different black sitcoms and I just watch them. Like, I've watched Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That's actually a good one. In the House with LL Cool J. That's what Carlton did after The Fresh Prince. Of course, The Fresh Prince. Name a black sitcom. I probably watched it more than once.
I mean, obviously you've watched Martin.
Martin, The Game.
The Game. My Wife and Kids is the most underrated black sitcom.
I've watched that about 5 times.
Yeah, it's the most underrated black sitcom ever.
It is just, it's probably the most, like, if you are watching a sitcom not for the plot but for the gags, that's one of the best ones.
Junior is the funniest sitcom character of all time.
That man is impossibly stupid.
Like, he's the most hilarious character of all time.
Hey, bro, I was watching that show like, how does he live?
It's pure stupidity, but I love him.
Yeah, it is like the good, like there's like the chaoticness of a Wayne's brother. Like that's a good one. My camera's hot right now, so I'm just gonna have to be cameraless right now.
You said my camera's hot right now.
No, it's like it's overheating because it's not in its usual setup. But yeah. Name a black sitcom. I've watched it. You could try to get me, chat. I've watched them.
I'm trying to think. Like, so is it just black sitcoms, or are we talking black shows? Period.
It's like most black shows. Like, what do you mean by like name of a show that you don't think is a sitcom on a black show?
Power.
Nah, see, I ain't watching Power. I gotta watch Power.
You watch Snowfall, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm just trying to make sure. Let's see.
Power got too many episodes for me to catch up on. That's the problem.
You really just got to watch the original, bro.
It's hard too because I watch the black sitcoms because I can put them on in the background.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Power. I got to pay attention to.
Oh, you watch Sanford and Son?
Damn, no, I ain't go to that one yet. I haven't dig the oldest one. I think I've watched is like 227.
Oh man,
check it.
Oh yeah, Jackie. Yeah. No, but Sanford and Son is probably my favorite. To be honest with you.
Smart Guy. What was my favorite one? Oh, Rock is good. Nobody know about Rock, but Rock's good.
Let me see. Obviously, you watch Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
The Jeffersons?
Nah, I ain't go that old. I ain't seen Good Times. I gotta go that old.
You ain't never seen Good Times?
No, I ain't never seen Good Times.
Oh my god, bro.
See, look, Damo gonna be like, I know what Damo's gonna blame this on.
You watched Living Single though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything from 90 up, I've probably watched.
Okay, but you haven't.
Different World. I've purposely not watched The Cosby Show.
Why not?
I don't want to. I've had an intense dislike for Bill Cosby before the allegations.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is different because I was like, is it like post allegations? Okay, I understand. But like before that, I didn't know the Cosby Show was fire.
Yeah, I mean, my issues with Bill Cosby. How do I put this without making this charged? He reminds me of a certain figure that is very influential. If I'll talk about it after the show, but I've always had a strong, intense dislike for Cosby and how he is moved in certain spaces.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Cosby Show is probably like not even probably. It's definitely the pinnacle of black sitcoms. Like,
I bet it's funny. I just can't stand looking at the motherfucker. And then after the allegations, like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah, it's just like they was doing numbers equivalent to the Super Bowl like every week. Like,
I get it. But I do think if we analyze some of the stuff, there were some harmful things done in the Cosby Show's run. But that's a different conversation for a different run. But I think A Different World is probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, Different World is
that one holds up. Like you can watch that today and it still holds up.
Yeah, A Different World was good.
Like, you watch My Wife and Kids, like them sitcoms from like the 2000s, there's a lot of shit in there. You're like, all right, man, it was 2000. Like, I was watching The Parkers. The Parkers is the most disturbing one. It's fun. Like, The Parkers is funny. It's still funny. But man, it's really like when you really analyze Monique's relationship with Professor Ogilvy, it's uncomfortable.
Oh, it's definitely uncomfortable today.
It should have been uncomfortable back then too. There's something that happens in season 4 of that show where I'm like, wow, that's straight up blank. Like, and they just act like it didn't happen. like, yo, she legitimately Professor Ogilvy, and I'm supposed to be sad when he rejects her. That's crazy. Like, that is insane.
Oh, did you watch the Bernie Mac show?
Oh, top.
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah.
The best. Yeah. The first 3 seasons. He got sick the last season. It was kind of sad. But
yeah, the first 3 seasons.
Bernie was right.
Yeah, Woo! Yeah. Bernie Mac, like, my favorite comedian.
That one don't age well. So good it don't matter. Okay. Well, the format ages beautifully.
Somebody said, did you watch Afro Samurai?
I thought about it.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I have watched Moondog.
Afro Samurai is fire, man. It's fire. It's like one of those animes that got I think is like a cult classic and like lost to time for real. And they got Samuel L. Jackson to do that back in the day. Like
Samuel was just doing shit that time because he also was on the Moondogs.
Hey man, Charlie Murphy.
Akalon, while I don't blame AB for being part of the GM's convincing the owner not to be stupid, feels like he got hit with Dark Side. Okay. I think that's DC.
That is DC Dark Side Omega Peace.
It was just too much for me.
You're not a DC fan either?
I mean, like, I don't hate DC, but like, I prefer Marvel.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you watch Cartoon Network. You want to.
Can't trust nobody who ain't watch Cartoon Network. I'm wondering if Paul
That's the exact opposite of what is the case, by the way. The Cartoon Network jail pipeline is healthy. Okay?
What? Like, what?
yeah. Everybody, them Cartoon Network kids was always in detention. Always in detention, always throwing stuff. Like you play games at recess, they always hit you too goddamn hard. It's like, what's wrong with you? What do they be playing out there? Cartoon Network. Yeah.
You have the most boomer. You're the oldest 30-year-old I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, bro, I'm right about this. I don't care.
You are not right about this at all.
All you Nickelodeon. I mean, not all you Nickelodeon kids. All you Cartoon Network kids had ashy hands.
That is not true. That's not true at all. You know who the real problem was? Goddamn Disney kids. It was a real fucking problem.
I mean, most of Disney kids were girls.
Listen, still part of the fucking problem. And don't get me started on Nickelodeon kids. All them kids sell drugs now.
Okay, that's not true because I do not sell drugs. Okay. Like,
you were a Nickelodeon kid?
You know what? I like sitcoms. I like that they had real people on TV and they got Drake and Josh and y'all didn't have nothing. Y'all had Billy and Mandy. That shit looked lame as fuck. I didn't want to watch it.
Billy and Mandy's fucking hilarious, by the way.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was boring. I was like, what is this show?
Fire.
What do y'all watch?
Like I said, them Nickelodeon kids be selling drugs, man. It is what it is. I'm glad you ain't falling to that. You know,
at least we got a job. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess if you want to consider that, sure. Yeah.
Cartoon Network kids used to slap themselves on the wrist with rubber bands.
No, we could not. What?
Yeah.
See, that sounds like something y'all was doing when you was
Nah,
high off them drugs, because that's what Nickelodeon kids was doing.
Bruh, Cartoon Network kids. If Nickelodeon kids are selling the drugs, guess who's buying them? Okay.
The Disney kids.
Y'all are buying them and then going out and watching Cartoon Network afterwards. So are they out on Nate? Has he turned them down? What is going on? We don't know.
I don't think they're. I can say this. I can say this. I don't think they're out on Nate, but we'll see what happens.
Man, it's fluid. Autistic Kid says it's easier to find someone who is not Joe Woods for DC than to fire Jim Schwartz. Fire Jim if it needs to be if it's needed to hire Nate.
I agree.
The Browns could go and trade for rookie Peyton Manning, and I guarantee that he'll be here for the rest of his career. And if Jimmy is forced to make this decision, I think it'd be the same.
I think it's going to be a disaster.
That man got the opposite of Midas touch. We were getting better with Jimmy. He stayed out of the Myles Garrett contract stuff and told him to fuck off and talk to AB. Hopefully the rumors aren't true. Trust that Andrew Berry please Haslam. That is the one thing that does give me hope, is that he did defer to AB for that. And hopefully he finds that sense again. Well, we'll find out. Hey, at least we got a Pro Bowl quarterback right from Ray Rags. Yeah. To follow up on my last one with Haslam, it's the Breaking Bad clip of Mike and Walter. We had a good thing going, but you just had to blow it up with your pride and your ego.
Yep.
Side note, how the fuck is Belichick not a first ballot Hall of Famer? He is, but he should have stopped coaching when he got released from the Patriots.
There's no reason for him to not be a first.
Hey man, that man's gonna lose to JMU next year, dog. Like I'm not
care,
trying to
man.
I'm not trying to. Can he just stop coaching?
Like he's one of the greatest defensive minds of all time, and he deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and everybody knows it.
Yeah,
everybody knows, bro. Like, come on.
It's like with T.O. It's like, all right, bro. Like,
T.O.
was more egregious. T.O. was more egregious because there was no good argument to keep him out. The Belichick thing is like, I think they need to adjust. There is a reason. Well, there is a reason why they don't induct you unless you have been retired for 5 years and are dedicated to not playing football anymore. And that is because they don't want shit like this. You know, like
it's a sham to me that he's not in. Like,
I'm not that outraged about it.
It's a farce, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's no real reason for him to not be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't really care. Yeah,
like
I am just incredibly indifferent about this. Like, and honestly, I don't want to see him be a Hall of Famer, put on his jacket, do his speech, point to Teddy Bruschi and all that shit in the speech, and then go back to coaching North Carolina. Like, he's a fucking embarrassment over there.
Yeah, like, how many games did they win?
Yeah, it's like, you know what it'd be like? You remember when Ric Flair was wrestling for like TNA in like 2011 after he retired?
Yeah.
He got into the Hall of Fame, and it was just like sad. This is where Bill Belichick is. Let that die down so I can appreciate you, Bill. Because right now I cannot. I'm hearing about yo. Is that his wife now?
I don't think that's his wife. I still think she's the girlfriend.
Hey man, just let this UNC thing end, and then we can put you in the Hall of Fame. But
also Darian Mensah to Miami is a thing.
Oh yeah, they're paying like $10 million to get that done this year.
Good for him.
Hey man, make it happen. He's gonna be fun to watch. I think he's more of a. Unfortunately, I think he's a college prospect more than a pro prospect. But hey man, he's making generational, life-changing money in college football, and it won't really matter if he's that good in the pros at that point. Jimmy is a football fan who has money but doesn't know shit about football. Jimmy Haslam is one of the motherfuckers I be arguing with on Twitter, dog. He is no better than the accounts that Curtis quote tweets constantly. Like,
bro, how crazy would it be?
Hmm?
How crazy would it be if he had a burner and we actually interacted with his burner?
I think it's probable, bro. Like, I think it's probable.
Like how insane would you feel if you was like you just woke up one day and he just arguing with the owner of the Cleveland Browns about fucking like,
bro, that's Jimmy.
That's some shit.
Yeah, that's AB's life.
Like, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Hey man, one thing I learned this week: just because people work in the NFL don't mean they're any better than some of the people that you look down on Twitter. Okay, like
for real, man. Seriously,
like
that's insane to say, but it's true.
There are some people in the league with some takes that I was just like, wow. Wow.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Thoughts on Anthony Lynn? Was the Browns bringing him in for the Rooney Rule?
I think, but maybe they want to have him on the staff. I don't know.
Hey man, one horse at a time, right?
Yeah. Can we get the head coach and then figure it out?
Sam Darnold over Baker. I mean, yeah,
absolutely. It's not even a question anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Baker still has the can you win a Super Bowl or get to a Super Bowl with him question, and Sam's probably going to win it.
Yeah, Sam does not have that. So,
could you add kick and punt returns to people we shouldn't trust? Hey, man, everybody laughs at me when I say this, Colb, but then something happens, and then people go, "He's not that wrong." Why is it that we need to put the ball at risk every time we return the ball? You know what I mean? Like, I would rather, if you gave me the choice between giving me somebody who every once in a while might muff a punt, but might return a kick for a touchdown, or the choice of somebody who's always going to catch the punt, I'm choosing that guy.
So
give me Jim Leonard.
I'm about to say you want Donovan Peoples-Jones to
no, Donovan Peoples-Jones is not what I'm talking about. He was bad. Okay.
I feel like he would only just fair catch, except for that one time against the Texans, he ran it back for a touchdown.
No, Donovan Peoples-Jones will catch the ball within like the 4-yard line. I want Jim Leonard. Jim Leonard knew when to not catch the ball, when to catch the ball, and when he caught the ball, he caught the ball. And you know what you would always have with Jim Leonard? Neutral field position. That's all I need. That's all I need. We got so enamored with, he might be able to get you plus 10 every once in a while. He fumbled that bitch one time in the season. It's over. One time. It erases every good he's ever done. One muff punt. I don't want somebody back there trying to make a play. I want somebody back there trying to receive the ball in managed field position.
You are so risk averse when it comes to stuff like this. It's so
when it comes to special teams, yeah, of course. Why the fuck would I pay so like Colb? Think about this like this: how much you pay your kick returner?
Probably like $1 million or $2 million.
How much you pay everybody on the offense?
A lot more than that.
Why the fuck would I put the game in that dude's hands? No, I would much rather the guy making $1 million be very safe with the ball so my $55 million quarterback can determine the game. Because you know who didn't get to determine the game for the Rams? Their very expensive quarterback. Why? Because the dude making $800K decided he was going to make something happen.
Man, we grew up watching Josh Cribbs. We grew up watching Josh Cribbs. I just can't feel this way.
Hey, man, Josh Cribbs, if you get to that level, I'll take the risk with Josh Cribbs. But it's no more Josh Cribbses. None of these motherfuckers in the league are Josh Cribbs or Dante Hester or Dante Hall or Devin Hester.
I'm about to say you just combined Dante Hall and Devin.
Could you imagine? Like those dudes, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want with the football. But if you aren't that guy, hey, man, fair catch that bitch. Bring it in. Hey, be really good at managing where that ball falls, right? Lead the league in not getting pinned in the 10-yard line. I want that stat for a punt returner.
Man, I miss Josh Cribbs, man.
Hey, man.
Josh Cribbs. Devin Hester. We miss guys like that. I ain't gonna lie. We miss
watching some random 5'10" receiver return to football is not gonna be Josh Cribbs. Okay. It ain't gonna make that man walk through that door again. Like, that's my thing. Just catch the fucking punt. Every time it happens, you just think to yourself, if he would have just caught it. You don't think to yourself, oh, well, if he would have got them 10 extra yards. The risk reward balance for this thing, for a punt return, is so awful. Like, I don't know why teams want to return it so much. It's like, what's the risk? You might get 10 extra yards. You get one holding penalty, that's gone. What's the fucking risk? What the risk to reward ratio is terrible.
We might just be two different people, bro. We might just be two different people.
Hey, man. You'll know a Colb coach team from a Quincy coach team because you like, hey, man, they're bottom of the league in return yards. But I'm like, where we have average starting field position, where are we at, though? Where are we at, though? Number one. Okay. Like, okay, Colb out here, and look, you're going to lose a game to me because you muffed the punt, and you're going to be like, son of a bitch. You're going to miss the field goal, and you're going to muff a punt, and you're going to be like, son of a bitch. It came down to 7.
Or we're going to have a great return and have great field position, and we're going to win that bitch.
Hey, man, if that's how I go out, that's how I go out.
Fair enough.
You know, hey, if your $2 million players kill me, hey, man, great game. But if I lose a game because I can't get the ball to my $60 million quarterback because some dude making $800K drop the fucking punt, hey, man, not going to feel good about that. Not going to be able to accept that. I'm sorry. Just can't.
What's the next super chat?
Give me, yeah. Like, just catch the fucking ball. Okay, we need to treat returners with the same disrespect we treat punters and kickers. Okay.
So Mike says, he's like, here you go, sounding like a boomer again.
Hey, man, I'm right.
This is the most get off my lawn 30-year-old I.
Hey, man. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until Gage Larvin did drop a punt. Okay.
Oh, man.
All of a sudden, you don't care about the fact that he was pretty good in the preseason returning them kicks. You were like, nah, man, just give me somebody who could catch. Same thing with kickers. I don't give a fuck what your long is. You make them sub 40s, we good. Because I ain't kicking nothing for no 50-yard line. I'm going for that shit. Fuck that. I'm not putting this up to you.
50 yards is not even a big deal anymore. It's not even a big deal no more.
Hey, man, that's for them. That's for them.
These motherfuckers is kicking 60-yarders now.
Hey, bro, if I kick one of them, it's because I had to. Okay. Also, want to talk about people who punt within the 50. Crazy. Great. I hate how special teams is utilized in modern NFL. I'm realizing that. I just don't like how people use special teams. Like, maybe that's what I should do. I'm going to apply for the Browns special teams coordinator job.
I go for it.
I'm going to fix it. Let me run for special teams coordinator. Like it's an election.
Hey, Ray said, is this the worst the QB has played and made it to the Super Bowl since Dilfer in 2015 Manning? At least Petty outdueled Tom and threw for 300 notes. Yeah, man, it's the worst anybody's played and made Super Bowl in a while, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely worse than Foles. Foles was actually good.
Yeah, he was hooping. He was really hooping. Rex Fortune, go back, man. Don't take that off the screen. That ain't cool. Cole, do you think you would prefer Blue Eye Samurai or Cowboy Bebop more? Cowboy does have a top three theme song. That is true. Q is not anime, but Invincible is fantastic. Q was gonna watch Invincible. He said he was gonna watch Invincible. So
yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
yeah, but definitely Q would not like Blue Eyed Samurai because there's way too much sex in that. Let's see. Ray Rex also fuck Baker stands. They were just as bad as Sanders stands. They were out here throwing out insane insults to me for stating he quit on the team in 2021. I need Baker to let this shit go. Stop needing a chip. But yeah, like Baker's Baker, bro. He's not gonna change. He's never gonna change.
Bro, he turned on that Drake. That's what happened. He was on the Drake and Drive this week.
Like he
discovered that mixtape they got on Spotify where you can listen to Trust Issues, and it just got flowing. I think Abby was like, "What happened to blocking out the noise?" Because he had tweeted about blocking out the noise, and I was like, "Hey, apparently the noise had hands." Oh man, he's gonna be bad this year, dog.
The Baker is look. Baker is Baker, bro. Baker is Baker.
Baker with something to prove is not good.
He is Baker. He's always gonna be Baker. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Bill Polian told ESPN the idea that Belichick would serve a 1-year man from getting the Hall of Fame because of Now that's stupid. Okay, if that's why he didn't make the Hall of Fame, that's stupid.
Because a Spygate was floated around.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna get it back. They gonna get it back on the back end.
Yeah, I just don't like the aesthetics of him still coaching and going in the Hall of Fame, especially when he's embarrassing.
That's they've been plotting on this. They've been plotting on this get back since back from Spygate, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's insane, man.
And was Spike making be a bigger deal or a lesser deal if it happened today?
Bigger deal. It'd be a bigger deal. So? Yeah, it'd be a bigger deal. Social media. Just like, yeah.
I think social media would make it wash out because that was such a long story.
Yeah.
And stories don't last that long no more.
I think it might have lasted long in this case, just when like more details and stuff came out. And then we get jokes and like people like talking about it all the time. So like, yeah, I think it still would have lasted because it was a big deal.
All right, y'all. All right, I'm tired. Y'all have a great day. I'm not beating allegations.
Gramps is up too late past his bedtime.
All right. You just started a dangerous thing. But y'all have a good one. Peace.